Hey everybody, welcome back to our Michigan Rut Report here on Michigan Outdoors Report. This will be our last rut report for the 2023 season. However, we know rut's not over, but it seems like the main activity has kind of come to a screeching halt at this point. Numerous reports from around the state since gun season started that it really has slowed down, but there are still people seeing rut activity and there's still plenty of time to catch a buck slipping up. So stay with us as we travel around the state to see what's going on in your neck of the woods. In the meantime, if you'd like to drop a comment on what you're seeing from the stand, make sure you share that in the comments below. And we'll continue to put up a post every Sunday for you guys to share any reports that you might be seeing. So with all that being said, let's head to Southeast Michigan with Dennis Poet.
Hey everybody, real windy day here in Wayne County. This week's Rut Report comes out of Zone 9 and 10, Southeast Michigan. First up, we got a report from Oakland County, Billy Starr. Says here, I guess his daughter took a beautiful 9-point, was chasing a doe. They were showing all the signs of the rut still. His doe slowed up, and I guess he was even sticking his nose where the sun don't shine. So there is still some rut activity going on out there. Next up, we got Jeremy Russ. He harvested a broke-off 6-point in Lenawee County. I guess he was out there in the field with another buck feeding in a cut cornfield. He said that the deer looked pretty worn out, and after the harvest, he went to gut it, and it hardly had any fat actually inside. He said the poor thing seemed to be all worn out from the rut. We got another one here from Lenawee County. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Brandon Barkenquist. He says the rut's fairly died down there in Lenawee County. He said the deer are still moving here and there. He said not like it was last week. He said he did manage to drop a big doe on Friday out in Hillsdale County. Congratulations, Brandon. We also got reports coming in from Wayne County. Brandon Sharp sent this in. It's a picture of this beautiful 8-point his buddy harvested. Love to hear all the success stories. Thank you for sending that in, Brandon. My rut report also comes out of Wayne County. I got a little bit to report this week. Finally, some good news. Finally starting to get bucks on trail camera again in my neck of the woods. It's been real rough there in suburbia. Haven't really got a whole lot in the past few weeks. But they're starting to come back. I'm not seeing any signs of the rut though. No scrapes, no rubs, nothing like that, no chasing. Just seeing a few does. But today is the last day of the gun season. I'm gonna try to slip back in the stand this afternoon. If you guys are going today, make sure you're wearing your orange and you're wearing your harnesses. Be safe out there and know what's beyond your target.
Hey guys, welcome to the last episode of the Michigan Outdoors Report Rut Report. We're going to start things off in Allegan County here in West Michigan with Brenda Wilkinson. She said she hasn't seen any rut activity in the last couple weeks, but her family did have a successful Thanksgiving Day hunt, taking 3 bucks that day on Thanksgiving Day. Congratulations, Brenda. Dakota Acosta didn't list his county, but he said he hasn't seen any deer in a couple weeks, but a couple rubs and scrapes popped up overnight. Said he's really hoping he can bag one with the snow that we got coming in. Mark Brewer said he hunted Friday through today and did not see a single deer in Kent County. Austin Kassler didn't list his county, but he said he had 2 bucks in a field fighting in a field Thursday night. Tom Fox, he says Friday morning in Ionia County he saw a buck chasing does first thing in the AM. Unfortunately, they headed off to the south. So sounds like that activity is starting to slow down for rut-wise. I haven't been seeing a whole lot of bucks chase. I actually haven't been seeing any bucks chasing any does. Most of the activity that I've been seeing on my cameras is at night, and there's hardly any bucks. The ones that do show up are very small, and they're not during the day. So the little path that they're traveling through, they're either moving somewhere else during this time of the year in my area, or they're moving at night outside of where my cameras are viewing them. So hopefully here in a couple weeks I can get it done, but it sounds like 2023 rut has dissipated here in West Michigan.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's Rut Report for Zone 5. The weather lately has been just beautiful. It's been nice and cold in the mornings. They seem to be making a move. Unfortunately for me, I sat all day Friday and Saturday, and I didn't see a single deer. So I'm still playing around with my my new mobile setup, chasing them. But as far as activity goes, a lot of fresh scrapes. I'm still seeing a lot of fresh scrapes. Some new rubs here and there pop up. But I haven't seen too much chasing. Also, the other big thing by me is hunting pressure, because we've got a large amount of state land by our private, and generally this time of year they go nocturnal, which they have. Between sunrise and sunset, you won't see anything all day, and then from sunset till sunrise all night long, they'll move all night. So hopefully in your guys' area, they're still doing some daylighting. A lot of people are still getting some nice, beautiful bucks though, so that's definitely a plus. Congratulations to you guys. But yeah, unfortunately for me, I haven't been seeing too much activity, and most of my deer have gone nocturnal. Brad Smith out of Saginaw County, he's kind of shared a report that he's been seeing a lot of deer, but he hasn't been seeing too much rut activity. They've been just kind of letting the does do their thing, and the bucks are off doing their thing. Maybe it's the weather, but as far as I'm concerned, the cooler weather should be pushing them around. Maybe we're on that tail end right now, but then in another 2 weeks we'll have that second little go round. So hopefully then we can get them going again, start pushing some more does once everything calms down from rifle season. But if you guys are getting out for muzzleloader, be safe. Good luck. I've got my my restricted hunt that starts Friday, so I may or may not get out this week. I might try one night, but for the most part, I'm packing for my restricted hunt, getting the filming equipment and getting all that stuff ready to go. So hopefully we can make a nice video out of it. Until next week, guys, be safe.
All right, Tim here reporting from zones 1, 2, and 3. That's the upper peninsula and tip of the mitt. Most activity is come to a screeching halt. Just doesn't seem to be very active anymore. A lot of nocturnal movement, if people are seeing deer at all, to be honest with you. Still a little bit of catching bucks slipping up. There's still a hot doe or two that are keeping them up on their feet during daytime, but the majority of the movement seems to be nocturnal, if it's even being seen at all. I know here in Sheboygan County, my trail cameras have just went dead. No pictures, nothing movement. I mean, there's still sign out there, so I mean, they're moving, but it just seems to be a bare minimum. I don't know if the weather threw them off, the swing and cold temps. Usually that gets them up on their feet. Maybe it's the pressure from gun season, but it's been pretty slow overall here in Sheboygan County. So with that being said, let's see what's going on in your neck of the woods. All right, checking into the reports here, we got Robert Barrick. He's reporting out of Grand Traverse County. He said he's starting to see the phase back to evening food sources and does grouping back up with the youngsters. He says it's definitely slow where he's hunting at. Troy Walker reporting out of zone 3. He's not seeing any deer. Kelly Humerick House. Worst year in a long time for me. No deer in zone 3. So that's not good. Brad Kearns also reporting out of zone 3. Nocturnal. Ethan Lacrosse reporting from the UP, Southern Schoolcraft County. He says it seems to be winding down. More does coming through like how it was before the rut started. Had a spike come in the other day. Not so much. Ran the doe, but followed her around at his own pace. So a little bit of activity there out of the UP. Rust Chrisman Sr. haven't seen a deer in zone 3 yet, hunting state land. So a lot of reports out of zone 3 of just not very good movement. Greg Bosell out of Oscoda County, he says it's been really slow. The week of opener till now, on Monday seen a buck with 2 does and fawns. Lots of nocturnal picks and late morning, early afternoon picks on camera. Seen a buck fresh in his scrape this afternoon. That was just a few days ago, earlier this week. Elizabeth Bladecki hunting zone 3, Roscommon area, public land, and have been at a dry spell since about halfway through the bow season, only seeing a couple of does. Stephen Troy seen a 6-point chasing a doe hard Friday morning, state land, Missaukee County. Has fresh scrapes on his lease in Roscommon County. Brad McColmer, 0 buck activity this past week. Does and fawns grouping back up. That's out of Wexford County. Randy Sadler still seeing deer in zone 2. Mike Whaley, I've only seen 1 deer in Benzie County, zone 2, but it was the right deer shot Monday evening. So that's a real nice buck there. Congratulations, Mike. All right, another report from zone 2, Doug Dykstra, no deer. Brandon Fagerman, no deer left in Manistee County, but the views are nice. You know what? That's part of deer hunting, is just getting away and just being at peace, being out in God's country. So enjoy the view, enjoy the moments, whether you're seeing deer or not, people. All right, last report coming out of Otsego County from Rut Report. He says not a lot of deer being seen by him or his hunting buddies.
What's going on, everybody? Ray here, Michigan Outdoors Report. We are doing our final rut report for 2023 deer season. I think, like us guys and everyone in the state that are hunters, we all know the rut's probably, it's over. I haven't seen any reports coming in for my zones. Really, nobody's commented. So I did get one comment from Joshua Eddy, a friend of mine. He hunts public land, and he's not seeing much of anything, and kind of the same as me. I mean, I see a lot of deer on my way to work and coming home. They're all in the fields, eating, gorging themselves for the winter. Get through it. Probably a tough winter, hopefully. I hope we have a cold winter. So get on those edges, green fields, whatever you got, beans, corn, cut. That's where I'd be going. You're going to see them. Now, as far as me personally, I haven't been out since last weekend. We had a pretty slow weekend last weekend. I couldn't make anything happen. I got that doe on Thursday, but nothing through the weekend. Had a friend of mine come out, Dylan Tedder, and one of his buddies, and I feel bad, but it's gun season on public land. What are you going to do? We had people all over in there, and they had already killed things. I seen gut piles and all this, so it was probably a bad call, but you never know. Anyways, back to the rut report. My personal opinion, it's over. But I did go to public land and did a little bit of scouting. I'm always scouting constantly. My favorite times are the next 3 months to hit and scout. I did find some scrapes in an area that were all open. They all had tracks in them. I'm not saying they were fresh, but I do believe they were still being used. They were kind of in a narrow pinch. It kind of goes up and down and uphill and off to the cornfield here, but they're using this tight pinch, and they're there was buck rubs in there, but that's all. I know that was all done earlier in the year, but the scrapes looked like they were still being hit, so I didn't have cameras on them, but I will in the future. I also wanted to point out, stay tuned to our YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming. I know I keep saying that, but we're getting better at this, and we're going to keep pounding it. So I am going to start a little thing on public land scouting, what I'm looking for, the areas I'm looking at, explain exactly what I'm seeing, what the land's doing, if it's a pinch, if it's a funnel, if it's a feeding, bedding, just transitions in the way that the ground is. I'll show you in some of these videos all the way through the end of this season, all the way through 2024 and up to 2024 deer season, because I promise you I'm going to take deer in some of these spots next year. I will kill deer in these spots, but it's going to be kind of a whole, we're going to do a new YouTube thing where I think Tim's going to work with me on it up in his area. So it should be exciting and very, informational. I hope y'all tune in, because I think it'll be cool. Kind of keep us on our feet, keep us doing something, get out, exercise, whatnot. So that's going to be, I'm excited for it. I think if you hunt public land, you're going to learn something. I'm not being conceited or not, but 50 years old, and I've been hunting for 35 years, and I feel like if I can help anybody out, I'm gonna do my damnedest to get it done. So, anyways, I'm gonna make this short, sweet. We're 3 minutes, so go blue. It was awesome to see them win. Got a Big Ten championship coming up this weekend. So, Ray, Clinton County, Zone 7 and 8. Thanks y'all for sticking in there. 2023 is almost a wrap. On to 2024. I'm looking forward to that. Turkey and some ice fishing and squirrel hunting. Stay tuned for that too. So y'all take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Go blue.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to week 7 of Michigan Outdoors Report, Rut Report. Question is there much left to report? This is Brad here, jumping into Zone 6 as usual. Doesn't appear that there's really nothing going on anymore. Only had very few reports come in. Shiawassee County, John Craven came in and said he had on 11/25 at 8 a.m. He took this buck following a couple does. Seemed like they were moving in between bedding areas. Show you the pic here. Good buck, sir. Nice buck. Congratulations on that. And then Sanilac County, Brendan Barnum, I feel your pain on this one. He says, what are deer? He's not seeing any deer. Hasn't viewed any deer. He said he seems like once season hits, they all just kind of disappear. So I went from having a herd of 20, seeing them every night in my backyard, to the only time I'm catching them now is in the dark on camera or right at daylight in the morning, which I never get a chance to hunt because I'm always working. So also had out of Tuscola County, Kitchen's catch. Bucks out of rut. Nothing chasing anymore, but he did manage to harvest a doe, nice doe, at about 6 yards. So apparently it seems like most of the rut's dying. Unfortunately, hopefully we'll see a bounce in the second rut, and possibly, who knows. Like I said, my deer have went pretty much nocturnal now. They're still hitting the food plots, but I hunted tonight. Got out of the blind at dark, which was about 5:45. Left there, got into my house, got changed, turned around, checked my cameras, and the deer on there eating out of the food plot at 5 minutes to 6. So it is what it is. Season's winding down as far as the rut. We have 1 month left. Some counties have an extra month towards the southern part of the state. They get to hunt January, but we have till January 1st. So it is what it is. Muzzleloader opens tomorrow, I do believe, in all zones. I believe it's the 1st through the 10th. Anybody in zone 3, remember, you can use your any legal firearm in that zone. So everybody get out there, good luck. Make sure you get in that late doe season, kind of balance that herd. Everybody be safe. If you're climbing up into a tree stand, especially with a gun, make sure you're using a string. I did hear of a couple accidents here the last week, and I don't like hearing about that stuff. So make sure you're going home to your family, folks. Wear them harnesses as always, and God bless. We love y'all, and look forward to some more reports. Ice fishing season's right around the corner. Y'all take care now.
All right, that's going to wrap up this week's Rut Report and the Rut Reports for the season. We really appreciate everybody for sharing their information with us, sharing those pictures, those videos, all great content. You know, there's no better information out there than coming from you, the hunters, the ones out in the field, seeing what's going on and sharing that with everybody else. You know, it's really a community, and you know, we need to look out and support each other. And so we can't thank you enough for everybody for sharing that. Stick around, we're gonna bring up lots of good content as we head into winter. Lots of ice fishing, some squirrel hunting, rabbit hunting, you know, whatever we get out and do, we're gonna share that along with you. We'll probably start doing some weekly reports from around the state, just letting you guys know what we're up to and what we're doing around the state and how things are going. So you guys are more than welcome to share your reports with us. Make sure you follow along with us here at Michigan Outdoors Report. And thanks again. We can't thank you guys enough. Make sure you hit the like button down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. We really appreciate all the support, and we look forward to bringing you more reports soon here at Michigan Outdoors Report.